What's up, Houston? I'm DJ Fliphop. I am a Diddy Kong main, solo Diddy Kong main, one-dimensional. Okay, man, my introduction to Smash started back in Smash 64. My cousin pretty much bought the system, bought the game and everything, invited us over. It's like, hey, the new Smash Brothers game came out, and I'm like, oh, cool. And I saw the commercial with like the old school with like Mario, Donkey Kong, Yoshi in the field, and they all just started fighting. Yeah, I was like, oh, this is awesome. And then I played it. I mean, it was super fun. I enjoyed it. I wasn't that good yet. I was just doing smash attacks and whatnot. And just, but after that, fast forward a couple years later, when I think I was either junior or senior year in high school, which was 2000. I was a junior, so '04. GameFAQs had a post about things like wave dashing and L canceling for the first time. So I read up upon it, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. It makes you, it's like advanced stuff. I was like, let me learn this stuff. And a bunch of my classmates were picking it up too. So like, hey, how about we do a tournament at school? And it was like me versus him. It was like a good turnout, whatever. And I faced him, and I think I faced him, and I beat him. I beat his Gandalf with my Marth or something, or his Mewtwo with my Marth or something. And the whole crowd was going nuts. It was awesome. But I mean, I did some tournaments in Houston back in Melee days. I was never really good. I was just like maybe a 1-2 or 0-2 kind of guy. I did go to MLG 2004. That was like the first tournament in MLG wise in Houston. I think I drowned in pools. I lost to like a Samus that kept just bomb jumping around me and everything. It was nasty. But I think my rise to fame, actually, I take that back. Then I went back. I guess there was a online Smash 64 group that I think it's called Kylera. That was the emulator at the time. And like I was playing like a bunch of players. I don't know if you keep up with the 64 scene at all, or the top players. So yeah, I was playing with Super Boom before he was actually good. Like, yeah, like he was there, and like Isaiah was there, and like Isaiah's like really good buddy Johnny. These are all like Darkling X. These old school gen like Jaime HR. I faced all these guys like online all the time. It was crazy, and I learned more about the neutral and like how to weave in back and forth. And then, and I was all right. And then come Brawl days. Funny story. Why did I pick up Diddy Kong? So there was a video of I guess a Japanese version of Smash on YouTube, and it was like Diddy Kong versus Luigi at Luigi's Mansion. And I was like, oh cool, and I see him Diddy Kong just slipping the guy with bananas. I'm like, oh, this thing's so dumb. I'm gonna pick him up. And now look at me now. I'm like Diddy Kong main. I've been Diddy Kong main since beginning of Brawl. So that's what Brawl came out 2008 or I think 2008 or 2009. I think 2008. And I've been consistently just playing him all the time. So I have years of this knowledge and stuff. I'm a monster now. Okay. I remember going to my first tournament at Hobo 1, which is the Houston official Brawl ordeal by Zyro. He hosted the first tournament. And I mean, I was just like any other player coming into the scene. I was okay. I was maybe getting like 17th. I was getting half of how many people were there. So there was like 30 people. I would get like top 17 or something, or top 13. And like every tournament I went to, I slowly progressed in getting better. So I went from 17 to 13 to 8th or to 9th, and then I eventually hit 5th place, and then 4th. And then what happened was Hobo 12 in November 08. That tournament was the first Meta Knight was banned kind of tournament. And backtracking, I was at U of H at the time going for was engineering or something. And I thought I did horrible, so I was dropping my classes and whatnot. And I woke up in the morning, it's like about to go to the tournament. I looked at my classes, it didn't drop. One of the classes didn't drop. And I was like, oh my god, dude, I might go on probation because I might have like a 1 point something GPA because I'm pretty much failing the class kind of thing. So I was like, oh shoot. It's like whatever. I'm just gonna let it be. I'm going to this tournament, just play it. And at the tournament, I was on fire. Like I beat in Texas, at Brawl in Texas at the time, there was 3 main gods. You had Sethlon, which is the Falco main, Roy R, who was the Marth main, and Hylian, which is the Game & Watch main. They're all equally good. They're all melee, really good players from melee. And then Brawl, they translate pretty well because they know the stuff. I beat all of them. And going to Winners Finals, I end up facing this guy named Lee Martin, top player in Louisiana, really good player. He was a Meta Knight main, Meta Knight Lucario, but since Meta Knight was banned, he went Lucario, and like he destroyed me in Winners Finals, dude. Like 0-3, like almost like 2-sock every tournament, every time. It's nasty, destroyed me. I didn't know what to do, and then go to Losers Finals. I face Royar. End up beating him 3-2, super close set. I remember that like it was hard because Royal was very good at adapting and making the reads on you fast. And I go back to Grand Finals and like Lee Martin is like super cocky. He's like, yeah, I'm about to beat Flip. This is gonna be still free. I just 3-0'd him earlier. I'm about to beat him really fast. And each game it was close, and you can see the momentum shift on the first set. Like I won 3-2 the first set, and the whole crowd was just heckling on him, just yelling and screaming. The whole crowd on the whole screen. And I beat him 3-2, and then once that happened, momentum shifted and everything. It was awesome, right? And like second set, the momentum still went on. I think I was up 2-1. And then he decided to go change to a different character, and I was like, once I knew that, I was like, oh, I won this tournament, right? And like, he went Snake and Snake on Final D, and I was just destroying on him because I faced like Razor too, and so I kind of knew what to do. And then I hit him with the spike and everything. Cold crowd went nuts. And then after the tournament, I won. I won the tournament and everything, and everybody was like, yo, Flip, you want a team? I was like, oh my god, what's going on now, right? Everybody wanted a team with this random guy who just won the first ever like Midnight Band tournament. So it was cool. Like that was, and then from there on, I was pretty much a top 5 player at the time until I kind of fizzled out to a top 8. But I think I just had the natural knowledge of Diddy Kong and his mechanics and his movement that just carried on. So, and I think, and then pretty much just went from there to Smash 4. Yeah, definitely. The transition to Smash 4 to Brawl was pretty smooth. They didn't really take out much outside of things like glide tossing and the little tidbits on banana mechanics. They didn't change much on Diddy Kong, except his frame data got a little bit better. Now he has grab combos. And the game actually, for me, when the game first came out, it favored heavily on aggressive play. And that was me on Brawl. I was super aggressive. I was always dashing in, trying to overwhelm you with my offense, with like bananas coming at you, peanuts coming after you, fairs in your face. But now, like, it was a smooth transition for me, and like you can see by results. For the longest time, I was always a top. I would say any tournament I went to, I was pretty much top 3. I went to do like I would like destroy everybody minus Trella just because Diddy Kong was broken. But even then, like I didn't really do the hoo-ha. I was just using just everything else but the hoo-ha because I feel like I'm hurting myself if I focus on that. While other players, they went on it and then they changed characters when it was gone. But if you watch my matches, I only did it just to kill, but I didn't keep going for it. Like I found different ways of racking up damage. But yeah, transition was super smooth from the get-go for me. I think the main end result or my consistency of this game is just my mentality of how I view this game. So I guess it's part of my life. I'm already done with college and everything. I'm done with college. I work full time and whatnot. So Smash is my getaway for leisure time. So a lot of times I go to these tournaments with a clear mind. Like I'm here to have fun, and don't let the pressure get to me. So if I win or lose, I'll just shake the guy's hand and like smile and like do my own thing. So, and I think a lot of people hold themselves back on that whole consistency. Like they put too much pressure on themselves for taking a win or a loss. Versus if you have like a chill mentality, like hey, if win or lose, I'm cool with it. Your mental state won't be affected. So you're doing this. You won't be making little mental errors or things like that because you're clear-minded in your matches. So. That, and also I guess I've been playing competitive Smash for so long now, so I've seen the ins and outs. I've been to the big stage. I faced a top player. I won a big tournament. So anything now is just like it's like a routine. And I can see when I face newer players, their body language, they're showing they're nervous and whatnot. But the more you go see these things, you just become second nature. You're just like, okay, cool. Next match, let's go. So I think my main attribute to this consistency is just doing it over and over and over until it becomes second nature, and also just have a clear mind, and like don't push yourself too hard in these matches. It's all here for fun. I think it's the community. It's a very welcoming community. They're open to bringing in new people coming all the time, and it's like we're not stuck up or whatnot. And I think that's one thing. And also for me, I just love the competitive nature of the game. I'm big on like competitive like fighting games and like sports games and stuff. And I just love the feel of facing somebody next to you and just trying to see if you're playing them, you're trying to analyze what they're doing, and they're analyzing what you're doing. So it's a constant learning experience, and you can actually apply that to like other like sports and whatnot too. So it's pretty cool just doing that over and over, like just playing competitively and just having that thrill of, oh man, this guy's doing this move over and over. I'm about to make this read on him because I know he's gonna do it, and he feels good. It feels good inside. Man, Houston community is great. And they're very welcoming. There's tournaments almost every freaking day of the week, outside of Saturdays, and like if you're fiending for Smash, there's Smash everywhere around Houston. Like you don't have to like drive out to different regions, like different parts of Houston. You can find out which regions have people through the Houston Smash 4 page, which you said had about 3,000 members. 3,000 members is a lot. And if you think about it, that's 3,000 people who enjoy the game. So you can easily post, "Hey, I'm in Northwest Houston or Southwest Houston. Who's in this region? I'm in Katy. Who can play?" And then people be like, "Oh yeah, let's play." And then you develop a new friendship, and you just keep. I mean, it's awesome that way. I know some regions are not blessed with the sheer amount of like weeklies we have, but I think in general the Houston scene is actually really good. No, honestly, no. I mean, Texas as a region is a strong region. Like, we have a bunch of like strong players, each in our major cities. Like you have Mega Fox, San Antonio. You got Cosmos, Dallas, Lima, Dallas, Houston, and you got outside of Trilla, you still got Grim Turtle, still a god. You got Wall that goes deep into tournaments. He just who else is there? Germ, he beat top players. But like, and even Gnes, even though he hates singles, but I mean his knowledge of the game is crazy. But if outside of that, I mean Texas is it's strong. It doesn't get the exposure as the other regions do. I think like SoCal, like you got 2GG doing their streams. You have like MVDA doing VG Boot Camp. You get these guys. I mean, these people that go to these major streams, they see these players all the time, every week, and you get thousands of people watching it. You're gonna immediately think they're like, they're big names or whatnot, but we're low key like a strong region. We're not gonna really we haven't really dented like top 8 often, but I really do think our scene's strong enough to take out big names or upset like PGR players. Like you had Deluxe beat Zenodo, Germ beat Javi, Trilla beat MK Leo twice. I think he even beat Void. He beat Larry. I mean, we have the skill set to do it. We just have to have the confidence to go to these tournaments again and win and just play out of our mind. So man, me and Gnes go way back. I remember first meeting him at one of the in Brawl at one of the hobos at Planet Zero. I think he was a Peach main at the time. No, he team with Gino. I forgot who he mained. I think he was like a DK main or something. But we met for a little bit. We talked or whatnot. And I remember 2009 or 2008, I think. 8 or 2009, I was at U of H. That was my freshman year, or not freshman, my first year transferring from community college to U of H. And I'm at the UC, and then like I see Gnes is walking by. I'm like, wait, Gnes. And I'm like, oh snap, what's up? And then one of our other buddies, Tall Man, he doesn't play Smash 4, but he was a Brawl player. He had a dorm over here too, and we pretty much played Brawl at Tall Man's dorm over at the Moody Towers, like me, Gnes, and Tall Man all the time. And Gnes was I pretty much kind of inspired him to pick up Diddy Kong because we were just playing. He was a Fox main too, so he was playing Fox. I was showing him Diddy, and then he just I I guess he had a different philosophy style for Diddy Kong. I was more, like I said earlier, I'm aggressive as hell. But Gnes is like super patient and methodical with his movements and banana game. Well, I'm just like, I'm gonna pressure you as much as I can with bananas and always dash in no matter what. And yeah, his Diddy Kong, like he started like rising up the ranks. One MLG, he was playing like a god. Like me, him, and Germ shared a room at MLG, and like I think that day when it was it was the championship, the finals or whatever, top 8. I remember I woke up early morning to go jog in the treadmill, and like Gnes was gone. Like he walked. I guess he went to go walk think about life or something, because he was nowhere to be found. And then next thing you know, he wins MLG. Like, yeah, dude, it was his time. Like that was like one of the most like dominating like exhibits I've seen in a while. Because like, I mean, MLG the TVs were laggy and everything, but like he beat ESAM, he beat Tyrant grand finals. Like he was just wrecking top players left and right. I don't think Ally was there. I forget, but he was on his A game. And then, I mean, when Brawl started getting deeper in, he was still like going to national tournaments. Him and Razor was still like one of the top teams in doubles and Brawl of all time. Like they were dominant. Like Diddy Kong Snake. They're lockdown teams. Like they beat Japanese players and everything. And even like in Brawl, Gnes took out a bunch of Japanese players. Like he beat Rain. He beat who else did he beat? I forgot some other players, but he was like one of the like strong national. Like he was number 1 or number 2 Diddy in the nation. And like his style was so good. But like transitioning to Smash 4. He played Shulk at the beginning, and then when Roy came out, he picked up Roy, and then he's like the ultimate like random character kind of guy. He's good with everybody, and his like knowledge of the game is so good. And like you said, like him, like right now he's like if I wanted to really get deep in the game, I would want him to be my coach, because he knows my style a lot, and he knows like Diddy Kong really well, and he can tell me little things I can fix immediately mid-match. It's great, but he doesn't really play singles anymore. I guess he sees the darkness in the game, so he's like he took a dip from singles now and is focusing on doubles, because at least you can not get cheesed or get camped out in doubles. But yeah, I'm still saying he's still one of the top players in Texas. Okay. I tell these older players all the time, like they randomly ask me advice. I'm like, hey, at the end of the day, this is a game. Don't dwell if you do bad. Just learn from your mistakes and keep on going. Like everybody loses sometimes. I mean, there's not a perfect player out there that's gonna keep winning everything. I mean, if there is, if you lose, then it's gonna be the end of the world for you. But you take losses as much as you can. You learn from it, and then and also I tell people, if you want to improve your consistency, I mean, just go to these tournaments all the time. Get the pressure of sitting next to somebody and them analyzing you and like reacting to what you're doing, and actually go on stream. I mean, streaming plays a big role now, because at least for stream, like here SFC, you have a big projector. You got people watching you from all around the whole room, even being broadcasted around the whole U.S. if not anything, and you feel that pressure of like, oh my god, if I make this mistake, everybody's gonna say something, or and I mean, once you get out of that whole sense, that all that nerves from just playing streaming and stuff and playing these tournaments and stuff, it eventually becomes second nature, and you just get used to it, and once you get used to it, then all that consistency just starts kicking in, because I mean, you're just pretty much, you're mentally prepared for a match now, instead of you got the mechanical set, like your advanced techniques, your matchups right, but your mental state in terms of pressure isn't there. It goes out the window. Like you can perfect pivot L you want and all that stuff, and like in a controlled environment. But when you're facing, let's say, like a top player in Texas or something, or like a big name like Zero or something, you immediately feel that sense of pressure, and then all that technique is gone, and you're just playing like trash. But that's one of my key advice I tell people all the time. Oh man, let's see. Oh my god. First, okay, I need to talk smack to. Let's see. Wall didn't give me a shout out. that punk dude over there. I can't cuss, I think. So Wall, he's tripping for that. I think Journey gave me a shout out too, and we go back. I don't think you interviewed Grim Turtle or not.
No, not yet.
He's hiding from me. I need to do a money match with him again. Who need to give a shout out to? Oh, give a shout out to Lima because he ducked me from to play a money match. I think when he was here on one of the SFCs or something. Well, he won Battlegrounds, but the day after at SFC he was there, and like he ran away from me, so he was ducking. Because I'm pretty much a Bayo Slayer too. I mean, I beat a lot of Bayo so far. Like I beat Zach, I beat Shadow PR, I beat, who else did I beat? Aerolink. Yeah, so I want to face him because I'm curious. But who else do I want to give a shout out to? Who else? Shout out to Smash United for bringing this whole scene and community together every week. SFC 100. Shout out to you guys. I mean, for doing these, like, was it weekly or monthly broadcasts? Or big shout out to that. I mean, the amount of time and effort to reach out to the community and stuff, it's awesome. Who else to give a shout out to? And shout out to everybody in the Houston scene, man. If you guys ever want to just, go to these tournaments, it's great. The more people, the better. I mean, you create a better community if you attend these tournaments. Don't be shy to be 0-2 in your first tournament or whatever tournaments. It's all good learning experiences, anyways. I think my first couple tournaments, I was just losing. I mean, but I guess you develop a whole sense of new friends and whatnot. I share the same same interests as and you might find people in your region or your area that you can play if you go to these tournaments. So shout out to everybody there.